Welcome to the eCommerce Badassery Podcast, the place for scrappy female entrepreneurs who want to learn actionable steps and strategies to grow the traffic, sales, and profit in your e-commerce business. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster, a 20-year retail veteran who spent 3 years as the only employee of a 7-figure online store. That shit was crazy. I know exactly how it feels to do all the things, and I'm sharing everything I learned the hard way so you don't have to. I may have started this business by accident, but supporting badass bosses like you lights me the fuck up, and I am so stoked to see you grow. Are you ready, babe? Let's roll. Welcome back to the eCommerce Badassery Podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster. If you're listening to this in real time, you're likely gearing up for what is hopefully your biggest sales weekend of the year. If you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed right now, here is your reminder that you are not curing cancer. And while your business is important and likely your livelihood, it is not the end-all be-all of your human experience. And this is just a weekend in the year. If you still need a little support figuring out how to divvy up your time and ensure smooth operations this holiday season, check out episode 83 of the podcast. I'll stick a link in the show notes. All right, on to today's topic. Every e-commerce business has a group of people who follow them on social media or are on their email list who engage consistently but have yet to make their first purchase. Hopefully, your amazing BFCM and Q4 marketing plan will inspire those people to buy. But even if December rolls around and they haven't taken the plunge yet, you still have a chance to make it happen, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it. Because we're already in Thanksgiving and Black Friday week, I recommend you implement this strategy in the first or second week of December, definitely before your standard shipping cutoff. But you can also repeat this throughout the year because you're always going to have new people in your audience who fit this description, and quarterly is a pretty good frequency. The idea is that you create a mini campaign designed specifically to convert this group of people, and it consists of an offer they can't refuse and delivery of that offer in a very personalized way. Let's start with the offer. You definitely want this to be better than your welcome offer, and depending on your business, it might even be better than your Black Friday offer. And better doesn't necessarily mean a higher discount. Maybe it's just less restrictive. So if your BFCM offer was limited to specific products, maybe this is just a blanket discount off their entire purchase. Remember, this is an exclusive offer that's only going to be marketed to people who have never purchased from you before, and it's a one-time use offer with a time limit. We're just trying to get them to have their first experience with your brand and product so they'll turn into repeat customers. If you're feeling hesitant, I want you to think about the lifetime value of your customer. How much does the average person spend with you over the lifetime of them shopping from your brand? What if it was $500? How much would you be willing to spend to acquire that customer? Now that you've got your offer, you're going to market it to them directly in a personalized way. My favorite way to do this is through email marketing, of course. The trick is the email you send is going to be a text-based email that feels really personal, like you sat down at your desk to write it. It can say something along the lines of, "Hey, first name, I see that you've been hanging around for a while but still haven't made your first purchase with us. I wanted to check in to see if you had any questions or needed any help. In the meantime, I'd love to offer you an exclusive discount for your first purchase with us." Then you're going to use a unique discount code or one that looks unique and put a time limit on it, say 48 to 72 hours. The day after you send the initial email, you'll want to resend it to anyone who didn't open it the first time, and of course, send a last chance email around 4 to 6 hours before the discount is set to expire. Remember, this email doesn't have any images in it, so if you wanted to direct them to a specific product or collection, you'll want to do that with a text link. Just make sure you style your links in a different color and use an underline so the user knows it's actually a link. Now that you've got your offer and you know what you're going to say, you'll need to identify who these people are, which is easily done by segmenting your subscribers in your email marketing platform. For this group, the conditions you're going to use are anyone that has opened or clicked an email in the last 90 days and have placed an order 0 times overall time. If you're on Klaviyo, you'll also want to make sure you include the on newsletter condition or accepts marketing, so you're only sending to people who have opted in to receive email marketing from you. If you want to add a little boost to your results, you can also support this mini campaign with Facebook ads if you're already running them. I wouldn't let this be the first time you ever do them. Create an ad audience with the segment that you created and push it over to your Facebook ads account. This is easily done through the Klaviyo integration, and other email platforms have this ability as well. If you're going to bring ads into the mix, there's a few other things I want you to keep in mind. 1, create a separate segment for ad targeting because those people don't have to be opted into email marketing. 2, you'll need this segment to be a pretty decent size, probably at least 1,000 subscribers, otherwise I wouldn't bother with the ad. And 3, you may want to extend the offer because it does take a couple of days for ads to actually catch traction. And then what about the people who aren't actually on your email list? Well, there's a few ways you can extend this offer to them. 1, you can also create an ad audience of people who engage with your social media channels and run an ad directly to them. If you're delivering the offer through an ad, it of course can't be a unique discount code, but it's a pretty short-lived offer, so that's not the worst thing. You could also require them to sign up for your email list in order to access the offer, so you can use a unique code if you want. You just want to set up a separate unique welcome series for them versus your regular welcome. If your biz is on the smaller side and you're not doing ads just yet, then you can create an Instagram Stories campaign to draw them in. And you can do this even if you're running the ads as well. Create a poll on your Instagram Stories asking your followers if they've ever purchased from you before. If they say yes, send them a nice DM saying thank you so much. If you want to reward these people, you totally can. It will just add to the cash injection you're trying to create. If they say no, that's where you want to hit them with this mini campaign marketing message we've been chatting about throughout this episode. You can also automate this with a tool called ManyChat. I spoke with the CEO of ManyChat on episode 109 of the podcast, so check that out if you want to learn more about the platform. I'll also stick my partner link in the show notes, which gets you 30 days of Pro for free if you want to try it out. Essentially, using a tool like ManyChat will automate your responses to those who engage with your story, so you don't have to do it manually. You can also easily require people to join your email list before you give them the offer, though I wouldn't necessarily bother in this case. The whole goal of this particular mini campaign is all about getting the sale and bringing a bonus cash infusion into your business, so remove as much friction as possible. All right, so a quick recap of this mini campaign. You're going to identify people who engage with your content but have never purchased from you. You're going to craft a special limited time offer that you'll market to them in a personalized way to make them feel really special. You can boost the results by including ads in the mix, but only if you're already running successful ads in your business. And you're going to use Instagram Stories to engage followers who aren't yet on your email list. And then a few things to remember before we go. While I have found wild success with this process in the past, as have my clients and students, there are no guarantees. It's something to test and try in your business. If it doesn't work the first time, doesn't mean it won't work later on. Like many things with e-commerce, it's often a numbers game, and it's all relative to your business and audience. The number of sales you see isn't an indicator on its own of whether or not this was successful. If you have 100 followers on social and 30 of them say they've never purchased from you, getting one sale from those 30 people is a 3% conversion rate, which is really good. On the flip side, if that list is really big, say there are 1,000 people you send the email to, You might only get a 1% conversion rate, but that's 10 sales you didn't have before. There's no way to know for sure how it's going to perform until you test it. And even if it doesn't quite meet your expectation, there are always small things you can do to improve the overall results. I don't want you to give up on something too soon. So many of us go into marketing strategies and business and all sorts of shit with somewhat unrealistic expectations and then just give up too soon. So while I want you to be excited enough about the possibilities that you actually try it, I don't want you to expect this giant windfall of sales either. Keep it all in perspective and remember that practice makes progress. And on that note, I'm out. I hope you have a fabulous week, a fabulous holiday weekend, and I will see you on the flip side, friend. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you like what you heard, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave a review on Apple Podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're looking to surround yourself with more product entrepreneurs who totally get your life right now, get your booty on over to the eCommerce Badassery Facebook group. Can't wait to see you there. Until next time, e-commerce friends, stay badass.